All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check me out.
Here we go. 180! Sunday! Oh!
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kevin Balaj. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Check. Lucky.
Hey, Ram!
Check.
On the ball!
Check. 52's the mic. Tighten up.
Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing his Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Tight right.
Here we go. 120!
You got 4.
Lefty.
Switch.
Switch it!
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to wind up in there and got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Done! 120! Black!
Choose the mic. Watch Mike.
Balaj looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Crack down.
The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett, on the tackle. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Shorty!
Watch tight end. Even.
Liz!
55's mine, guys. 55.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Wentz to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? That's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Now Wentz, driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
On first down, Banks throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they work this out past the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line and he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down. Banks. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw. Banks. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing on first down. Banks. Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Looking to throw. Banks. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there. And you have to find a way to disrupt the river. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And avoids the contact by sliding. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
To throw again. Banks. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
From the gun on third down. Banks. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
No, off.
They'll start on the ground with Delage. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Play action. It's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
4 down. Mike 5-5.
Black, come on.
Mike 5-5.
Hey, 74. What's your son?
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And 10. Banks. He's airing it out for Williams. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. He's going to go up top again. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Play action. Now Wentz. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They fake the give. Now Wentz escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Motion, watch 10.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Got his left. Even. 4 down. Even.
On first down, Wentz. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Hey, take your shot, back to huddle. Shot, back to huddle.
Hang in there
Sacks
now.
a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch A9, he's yours.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And Incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and 19.
81. What's your son?
From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Flex round! Flex round!
Shift!
Ohio!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Thanks. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Watch tight end. Hey, guys.
Hot!
We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Banks. And an alley to run. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
On 1st down, Banks. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Banks being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Ohio!
Hold the look. Hold.
Flex round! Ohio!
From the gun, Banks eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd down. Banks. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun on 3rd down. Banks. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Second and goal from the 1. Come out here in the eye. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Blitz, blitz, blitz.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
On play action, Wentz steps away.
They're coming.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
They run with Balaj. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Single. Got a single in the slot. Single in the slot. Watch 20. Seal that.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ohio! Flex round!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Banks. On the right side, caught by Green. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Ohio! Flex round!
Back to throw. Banks. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing again. Banks. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Ohio!
3 down.
Flex round! Ohio!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
Derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. He's airing it out for Williams. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
4 down. Alert.
Then on the ground they go. The running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Flex round!
From the gun on 3rd down. Banks. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Great.
They'll start with a give here to Malage. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hey, stash. Black. Listen.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Throwing on first is Wentz. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. On play action, they'll throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Wentz now to throw. Going deep here for Park. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And now if the Chiefs hit the PAT, they will take the lead. The extra point up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Ohio!
Throwing on first down. Thanks. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Ohio!
To throw on second down. Banks sheds off the tackle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Chargers on third down. They've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
12.
Now it's the backup, Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. 23 yards on the play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. He's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Flex round! Ohio!
Looking to throw on second down. Banks whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Flex round!
Operating from the gun. Banks. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Tight end right!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Strong right! Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Ohio!
To throw on second down. Banks completes to Newsom. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
And they'll run it here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Ohio! 58 to the mic! 58 to the mic!
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Looking to throw on second down. Banks. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Three down. Flex round! Flex round! Hot!
Back to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run here with Balaj. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 38 yards on the scamper there. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
40. Go. 120.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, 4 down.
Here, shit.
Mike,
82.
Now below. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And Butker able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So out come the Chargers. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They
don't
practice
they?
it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Two huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Ohio!
He'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game.
Three down.
Here we go.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You
certainly
loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Chiefs, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.